Hello fellow rangers, welcome back to another video. Today we got a special treat from Flat Cap Media. We got one of his trading up cars that we're going to be having a look at and possibly have a go beyond the wheel. We'll soon see. Let's hit it, fellow rangers. Right, fellow rangers, now it's time to speak to a big friend of the channel. He's been with us for a very, very long time. He's getting on a bit. He's probably looking up. And he's still got good hearing. He is the one and only. You probably all know him by now because he does appear quite a lot on the channel. Big friend of the channel, of course. The one, the only, the myth, the legend, and the Mr. Flat Cap Media.
You alright, mate?
Hello, buddy. So, pretty much, we got one of your trading up cars with us today.
Do you want to have a look?
Yes, let's have a good proper look over this car because Mrs. Flatcap has done a magic yet again, apparently.
Allegedly, yeah, and it's up to me to fix it. But...
Of course, of course. So, you've left the Vauxhall world, in a way.
Temporarily. Well, I haven't left it because I still own Vauxhalls.
Yeah, you still own Aurora.
Yes.
But you've joined Volkswagen.
I know, yeah, what have I done? Anyway.
And it is a stunning looking colour on this car. From what I've seen of it so far, it's an SE.
Yeah, so this is a Mk3 Volkswagen Golf SE from 1996.
Nice.
So, yeah, pretty original. The only thing that isn't original is the wind deflectors. But you know.
But I think that sets off the car nicely as well, and when you're driving along, you don't want wind noise in the car. You can just wind down the windows just a little bit, and essentially, you keep cool and not have the wind noise.
Yeah, and,
which,
you know, because it's, you know, it helps because I'm a smoker as well. So, yeah.
Well, we weren't going to mention that, but okay, we'll let you say that.
No problem with that.
But yes, from the exterior of the car, for its age.
Yeah, for its age, it's not too bad.
It is.
Got to bear in mind it's 29 years old.
Yes, I thought. Well, of course, it's 29 years of age. It is looking really, really nice. It's first time I've been in a Mk3 Golf.
Yeah.
Of myself personally, I've always liked the look of them.
Yeah.
But I've never had a chance to properly experience one of them. No. Especially how because when we go in on the inside, for example.
Yeah.
Well, that interior is...
it's aged quite well, I think.
It's pucker.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is... for its age, you can't...
No.
That's...
No.
Like remarkable for its age.
It's got some, you know, it's got some little marks here and there, like around it, but, you know, like I said, I'm not going in too deep with it.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you know, there's a bit of lack of pill here and there. But, you know, like I said, I mean, if you spent the time sorting out everything, you'd be in too deep, and you know. And
then you wouldn't be able to make up the way up to your trading up series to eventually your dream car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you know, like I said, you know, we need to start with a couple of, you know, cheap ones.
Of course.
You know, so this is car number 2 now.
Yes.
So obviously we did the Astra. That was the last car we did. We did really well with that. This one, not so sure we're going to do as well, like profit-wise. But, you know, like I said, it's not finished yet. So
I got a feeling that this little car may surprise you because the Volkswagen world is big.
Well, like I said, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know the Volkswagen community very well. Excuse me. Sorry.
Oh, better out than then. Yeah. And right, let's have a look underneath the bonnet of this little car. Right. The agony's nice and there it is. Oh, that is actually really, really clean.
It's relatively clean, yeah. So this is a 1.6 8-valve engine, 75 horsepower, I think, if I remember rightly.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little bit of tidying up to do.
Of course, but obviously, to the one that ends up buying this vehicle, they can do that. So leaves them something to do.
Like I said, we'll be selling it as a project.
Yeah.
It's a retro. It's either a retro daily or a project car. So if I did everything, it wouldn't be some of this project.
Exactly, and especially as the Mark 1 and 2 Golfs are holding their value, and actually some of them are going up in value.
Yeah.
I can see the same going to be that with the Mark 3s.
Yeah. I mean, eventually, obviously, it might be... Ignore that bit.
Don't worry,
I've said to you before, like these...
It's still work in progress.
It's still a work in progress. These are quite common to go, apparently. So I need to get the little strips on the top of the side skirts changed.
Yeah.
I have found some now from Heritage Volkswagen.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they're about £90 a side.
Well, that's a lot better than I thought.
It's better. Yeah, it's better than what I thought. But obviously, but I think when they're done, it'll improve the look of the car to no end. So, but it's generally good for its age. Like you've got the odd bit of lack of pill and a bit of rust here and there.
But what car over 20 odd years old has no rust?
Oh, it's true.
It's getting to that point where it's becoming a classic. It's fair enough. It's still got quite a long time before it becomes tax exempt, but
yeah, we'll have another 12 years.
Yeah, but would it be classed? I was wondering, out of curiosity, would you be on a car like this age now, or would you be able to get classic car insurance on it?
Be able to get limited mileage.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe somebody like Cheris Vehicle Insurance or something like that might be able to do a deal or whatever. I'm not sure. But.
Because a possible youngster in their early 20s could do something like that.
Yeah.
Because I think it might be ideal.
Yeah, I mean, for somebody who wants a retro daily car, which they could use every day, and it's sort of like a rolling sort of project. It's perfect, really. You know what I mean? Like I said, it needs the odd little bit of paint here and there and whatnot, but
Definitely. Right, let's hear her fire up, I think.
Okay.
Right, so what is the story behind this beautiful little Golf?
So, bought this from a guy from Facebook Marketplace. Guy actually lived only a few streets away from me, actually, so I could actually walk to where this car was. Been in his garden for, I want to say the last 3-4 years. Not really been used. The only time it went out was to go and get an MOT, really. But yeah, apart from that, like I said, it's not been used. I've done. Since I've had it, I've done about 150 miles, maybe 200 miles in it. No stress, you know what I mean? It smelled a bit funny, obviously, but that's due to the fact that it's not been used. But now it's it's quite happy. It starts up straight away. It's quite a rather than rot in somebody's garden. I thought, well, let's take the opportunity to clean it up and tar it up a little bit and give it a new lease of life, you know what I mean?
Oh, nice. It's nice to see that rescuing a car from possibly being sat there for the rest of the time, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
Too many cars end up like that, sadly, nowadays.
It does, yeah. You remember the advert? Because we had a look at the advert.
Yes, I know.
I said, no swaps, no boats, and no goats.
Yes, I remember
I was
that.
just like, I gotta go and meet this guy.
Yeah, fair play to the gentleman in question. He was an amazing guy.
Lovely chap, yeah, really. Like I said, been a local lad. Seen him. I actually seen him again recently.
Oh yes.
Once, and he sort of said, "How you getting on with it?" I was just like, "Yeah, getting on all right with it." So we've done a few little changes so far. But yeah, no, it's nice chap, really friendly guy, and nice and easy to deal with. So yeah, that's what you want. When you're buying a
definitely.
car,
When you're buying and selling cars, you want a friendly experience. You don't want it being an experience you want to forget.
Yeah.
Right. So, what have you done on the outside, Mr. Flatcap?
Right. So outside, not really much. I mean, I've given it a good clean up, and like a polish and stuff. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too mad with like polishing the car because, like I said, it could do with a little bit of paintwork here and there.
Yes.
So changed the passenger side mirror because there was a bit missing. So this has been changed. We've redone all the plastics. We've actually dyed these.
All right.
Because they were very grey and they were showing their age a little bit. So yeah, we've re-dyed all the plastics. Exterior wise, I think that's about it for now. And I fitted a new washer pump as well because the old one was very crusty and full of rust where it just been sat for however long. So that's been changed. That now works. Things left to do. I need to obviously sort out a set of side skirts for it.
Yes.
And exterior wise, that's about it. Like I said, the rest of the jobs are mainly sort of interior. Other than that, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not going to go in like too deep with the lack. I mean, I thought I might maybe like put like a bit of wrap or something over this just to make it look a little bit more pleasing on the eye. But I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. So we'll see. We'll see how we get on with it.
I think as it is at the moment, it's an honest car still.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Also, I think if you start trying to hide things...
I like a car to show its age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I like to, I'm not then like, I mean, like I say, I might not even do the wrap, you know what I mean? But I like a car to show its age, you know what I mean? I think, if you let it show its age, you come across as a more honest seller.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you're not trying to hide anything because if you start trying to hide anything,
that can be replaced, like the side skirts, for example, and things like that.
Yeah.
We'll replace them. But it's had all this welding work done, and obviously you've got this little strip here.
Yeah.
And obviously there's been some done obviously in the middle. Obviously this is where these go in the middle here. So I could cover that up, but I think, do you know what? I might just leave that as it is, so people can see that it's had work done.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Because if my personal thoughts are, if you start trying to hide little things now, people find that you've tried to hide it, they'll start wondering what else are you trying to hide.
Yeah, and that's the thing. This is what we want to do. We don't want to hide anything. We want to literally just. The idea with this one is to clean it up, do the little cosmetic bits, and then move it on. You know what I mean? So, and I think that so far, we've done that pretty much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
She's certainly sounding quite pucker for her age.
Yeah.
Standard exhaust, I'm guessing.
Yeah, standard exhaust.
In-
Like I said, it's not been modified in any way. Like I said, I mean, the spec it is like even the wheels I thought originally were aftermarket, but they're not. They actually came as part of this spec car.
Oh, part of the SE spec.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So bit of an odd one.
It's idling very nicely, actually. Fair play.
Yeah.
It's not struggling on nothing.
No.
And
It's got a bit of a slow start, but you know, I think that's just like a battery earth or something like that. But,
possibly.
but yeah, you know, like I said, I mean, it'll fire up. It's got a brand new battery on it, so yeah, there's
Right, let's move on. Right, fellow rangers, looking inside the actual Golf for a moment, when as that Mr. Flatcap is busy a minute, so we got a chance to have a look in here on our own, and I love the fact that it's got that. It just shows how retro these cars are now. I love that glove compartment. It's massive. If it's quite huge for a car, it's very, very comfortable in here. It feels like you're in a bigger car than you are. That speedo. Oh, that with that beautiful silver in colour on the dials. And this seat pattern interior, I do like the look of this. I will be honest, it is a cracking little car, and whoever buys this car off Darren, once he's finished with it, I got a feeling they'll be in for a really tidy little car. From sitting in the driver's seat at the minute, it's so comfortable. I think I could easily do me personally, I could do over 1,000 miles in this car, and I can't see myself getting uncomfortable. Or of course, 90s cars, but we discussed that a moment ago. Rear heated window, you got aircon. Not many cars from the 90s came with that at this price range, so that's good. That's recirculation in the car. The controls, everything just looks so pristine for its age. And this steering wheel. Oh, I do like this car. I will be honest. I am falling for it, but sadly, I need Barry to be sold first before I can do anything like this. But whoever buys this car is going to be a cracking little car for you. Right, inside the mighty Mk3 Golf. You got that beautiful feeling to the steering wheel already.
It's quite good nick and steering wheel, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not in bad condition, to be fair.
For a car that's only done 77,704 miles. Also, it's in cracking condition. I can see you fitted a new radio to it.
Yeah, so there was a great big hole there. Obviously, when we first bought it, there was no stereo in it. So yeah, obviously picked up a stereo from a good friend of mine for a reasonable price, and yeah, that's about it really. There was some rubber mats in here. I've still got them. They're in the boot. But obviously you've got the Golf emblem.
You've got the Golf one, the official Golf ones.
Yeah, so
that's nice to see.
Inside it's quite. The only thing I need to do is the headlining.
Yeah,
so the headlinings on all Volkswagen products, they suffer. So what I need to do is I actually need to pull this out and then re-glue all the headlining material.
Oh right, yes.
So that's a job for
another day.
Another day.
And it has the immobiliser.
It's got an immobiliser. I'm not a big fan of it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of immobilisers, but a lot of 90s cars have immobilisers on them because that was the time when cars got stolen a lot.
Exactly, and it was
especially around here.
Yes, but one thing I love about this is that it's that badge is right by there. It doesn't like stick it in the middle like most modern cars.
No.
You got it on the side by there to say, I am a Volkswagen after all.
It's quite a nice steering wheel. Like it's quite a nice feel. Like when you're driving, so you can have a you can have a drive in a bit and obviously see what you think. But
we're looking forward to that.
But yeah, no, like I said, it drives nice, and it's like I said, for somebody who's not really owned a Volkswagen before.
Yes.
I I'm kind of impressed. I'll be honest with you, I am kind of impressed. So, you know, like I say, it's not my usual cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I've always been, you know, old Volkswagens and Jap cars. You know, that's what I've always been into. But, you know, as a sort of trade up project to maybe like experience, you know, something else. Yeah, no, it's not bad, and I understand why people actually like this type of car.
And sitting in the seat as I am now, obviously I'll show the passenger seat. These seats are absolutely comfortable. You got these bolsters on the sides. You got that lovely Volkswagen. That's the one thing I've always liked about Volkswagen is that
they're in like their seats and stuff like that. You know? I know they're not you know, they sort of you get a lot of videos online about, you know, like the build quality of them and things like that. But this one has sort of, you know, stood the test of time, really.
Mind you see that about the some build quality issues on YouTube and whatnot about Volkswagens. But they also say the same about British Leyland products.
Yeah, well...
and Rovers, and...
You've already been down that rabbit hole.
Exactly, with Beryl,
let's not go
beloved
into that
Metro.
One, but, yeah.
But
yeah,
yes.
like I said, for my kind of first Volkswagen experience, it's not been too bad.
It's a gorgeous little car. So, right, I think...
Should we go for a spin?
Yes, definitely go for time.
Right, now you're familiar with the clutch, let's get on with it.
Oh yes, definitely. Right, fellow Rangers, I will be honest. First time I've ever driven a Mk3 Golf. And
is this your first Volkswagen you've owned or driven?
No, I've driven the Mk5 and 6 Golfs in the past, but not on content, of course.
Yeah.
But I have when I worked at my last place.
Yeah.
But this car is already impressing me.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, very smooth for a cable clutch car. I found it already very, very, very easy to get it into gear and get going.
I find it's a car that you can jump into and just go.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you said, it's not difficult to drive. It's not, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling that now from driving it. You wouldn't. If you put me blindfolded into this car and just told me to drive, don't look at anything, I would have swore blind it was a car from the early, sometime after 2010 onwards, because it pulls so well. All it wants to do is, this is what I love about little cars like this, is that all they want to do, they're not trying to act big, they're not trying to show off on how much power that they've got. They're happy with what power that they have, and it just simply wants its happy moment is when you're doing on a B road, for example. It enjoys it. It's like we're currently on a B road now, and the brakes are really, really good for its age. Each in the third, that's just
goes alright, doesn't it?
I know I accompanied you when you bought this car, and I was honoured to do that. But of course, this is the first time I've actually driven this car, and I will be honest with you, it doesn't disappoint at all. It's one thing I always look for in cars personally. If it puts a smile on my face, it's won the battle already. Because you can get behind the wheel of a car and it can be it'll look nice on the outside, but then when you're driving it, and you're thinking to yourself, why am I driving this hunk of? But this car, no, it's encouraging me. If I wasn't filming right now, I would be putting my foot down and letting it prove to me. But it's already proven that, even at the speed limit that we're currently at now, at 50 miles an hour, it is slowly trying to egg me on, essentially. It's like one of those mates of yours that you got in the backseat going, go on, no one's looking.
It's quite a torquey little engine, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just an absolute joy of a car. The gearbox is really, really nice.
Yeah.
The seats are just perfect.
I might have sat there.
I knew he was trying to sell me the car, knowing for a fact that I like to look at the car when we looked at it.
Yeah.
I will be honest, it's if I had the space at home at a moment, and
I told you I could sort that problem.
yeah, well, you know what I'm like. I need the money from Barry essentially before I could get another car.
Quit dragging your heels and sell it then.
I'm trying to, but no bugger wants it.
It's one time a year to sell convertibles, though, isn't it?
That's the problem, and it wasn't really out of choice that Barry's up for sale. Yeah, of course we'll do that.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, just a side note. So yeah, the car will, when I sell the car, obviously the car will come with 12 months MOT. The bits we set about, so the headlight is going to be done, and the side skirt trims, because they look terrible at the moment. I'm not going to sell the car with that. Yeah, and that's about it. Like I said, it's a retro daily, or somebody's first project, if that's what they want to do.
So mechanically, it'll
be sorted.
there.
Yeah, I may even service it as well. I don't know yet. Like I said, it was serviced quite recently, miles wise.
Yeah.
But I think it was about 8 months ago that it was serviced.
I think
so.
From how it's driving like so far, I don't think it needs it. But
We're see.
at
But like I
Mr.
said,
Flat Cap Media, he will look out for you. He's not somebody that'll sell you a lemon or pick an address.
If it's not right, or it's not, like I said, I mean, obviously the MOT is not out until I think April or May, but I'm going to put another 12 months MOT on it anyway, just so I know that it's good for at least another 12 months. You know what I mean? Like I said, obviously we've had a quick look underneath, but I would like some sort of official test, obviously, to look under it, make sure there's nothing hiding, and if it needs anything, obviously it will be done, because I don't want to obviously sell sell a car to somebody that I know has potentially MOT issues. You know what I mean? I'm not for that.
So pretty much, you're buying with confidence.
That's a strong
essentially.
Yeah.
That's what it is essentially. It's guaranteeing the car is going to be mechanically 100% spot on.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you do consider buying this car, for a fact, or any other of Flat Cap Media's trading up cars, you're going to be 100% protected regarding. When you look at the car, it's all been sorted. Nothing needs to be done.
Yeah.
And fair enough, cosmetic maybe, but mechanically wise.
Please bear in mind it is near enough a 30-year-old car.
Exactly.
And it's a 30-year-old Volkswagen as well. So.
Oh yes. And it still drives so nice.
The only old Volkswagens that are on the road already have been heavily restored, like Beetles and things like that. You know what I mean? So, please bear that in mind. But if you are interested, like I said, send Reese an email, and he can put you in contact with myself or whatever.
Yes, definitely. And if Mr. Flat Cap Media here gives me his email address that he wants me to pass on, I can do that straight away.
Yeah, of course.
And put that in the description below.
Like I said, if they email you.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. So car is available. Like I said, it'll be an MOT. Thursday of this week of this video,
yes.
So that will be
it'll be pretty much two to 3 days after this filming.
Yeah, so the 23rd, it'll be going in for its MOT. Like I said, as soon as I've sourced the new side skirt panels to go on the car, and then obviously sort the headliner out.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, it'll be ready to go. Like I said, I mean, if you're not too fussed on the side skirts or the headliner, maybe we can do it a bit cheaper.
A deal can be arranged.
Yeah, of course it can. So just let me know if you're interested.
Even behind 2 tractors.
Yeah.
This car still
not had the best of luck with tractors, so I thought we'd come up here because it would be he decided to film this during pretty much rush hour.
Yeah, essentially, but I think we're doing well. Well, this little car is is whoever ends up buying this car, even though I'd love it to be me, but obviously circumstances and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a cracking little car.
It drives well, I think, for what it is.
Yeah, it's putting a smile on my face already, and even if I don't end up buying this particular car, I can always consider a Mark III myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
maybe, maybe obviously when the time comes, maybe we can source one and
yeah, exactly.
do the work that needs to be done.
Because whatever car I buy, because Malcolm virtually is done on the channel now. He's virtually finished. Nothing needs to be done whatsoever.
Just go out and enjoy him.
Yeah. So as we did on Sunday at the Farrington Farm.
Yeah.
But whatever car I buy next, even if it don't need nothing done, I'll end up doing something to it. Not stupid, just looking after it and maintaining.
Yeah.
But I think we'll call it a day regarding filming. One, I'd like to thank Mr. Flatcap himself for allowing me
it's quite alright, mate.
the opportunity to film this and drive this absolutely stunning little Mark III. Whoever buys it, once it goes up on the market, if you got the opportunity to buy it, bite his end off, because whatever car that this young man does up and on his trading up series, he don't buy rubbish.
No.
And he knows what he's talking about. He's a quite fair guy. I'm biased, you could, to be honest, but
probably the nicest thing you've ever said about me. Yeah.
He says that, and then you'll go, well, Reese, can you help me out with something? But anyway, it's been an honour and a privilege.
Yeah.
Always has been. So, if you haven't subscribed to Mr. Flatcap Media by here, please consider subscribing to his channel, because he does a lot. Unlike myself, I do a mix of all things. Whereas Mr. Flatcap here does mainly cars only.
Yeah.
Really, and
a little bit of exploring.
Exactly.
Started to do recently.
So if you like that sort of thing, consider subscribing to him. Also, if you have liked today's video, please hit that like button so hard that your laptop flies backwards.
And if you're watching this on a laptop
or your mobile phone, but then and
secretly he's really about 60.
But anyway, also, if it is your very first video of me, please consider subscribing to the channel, as the goal of my personal goal for this year is to hit 600 before the end of the year. But we will see how things go. But until next time, my fellow Rangers, I hope you all take care. Keep doing what you enjoy doing, and if you have a project car that you'd love to have featured on the channel, or even just send me a photo of it, the email address is lonerangervideo@gmail.com. The email is in the description below. And we'll go from there. But
if you've got any tat that you want to sell,
yes, Flatcap Media will consider it.
Yeah. We are always on the lookout for potential projects and things like that to include in the series. So
exactly. So
give me a shout.
Until the next time, my fellow Rangers, this is from me and Mr. Flatcap Media, aka Arthur Daly.
Oh.
We will
60. I've told you this.
So from that, this is Lone Ranger signing out.
Ta-da.